Hello everybody, this is Cheri at djsundry.blogspot.com, and I am so excited to be doing a video again. It's been kind of crazy busy around my house and life, as is normal, and will continue to be so for the next week or so, and then hopefully things will slow down a little bit, but I'm not making any promises because it doesn't seem to work out that way for me. But I am sharing a swap that I hosted. I received the last package today. It's March 10th. There were some post office issues. I know it was a post office because I had the tracking number, and these sat in the Midwest for several days just sitting there. I don't know what the deal was because they were mailed clear to me in February 25th. So thankfully they didn't get lost and they're here, and we can get these swapped back out and sent out. And so I just want to jump right into it. The swap was for Dreaming of Summer ATCs. Now I'm not going to show the ones that I made. I showed those at the beginning of the month of February. So I'll put a link to that video if you're interested in seeing mine down in the little description box. I'm just going to show you the ones that were sent to me. So this first one was sent to me by Brittany. Now, the rules of the swap, it obviously had to be a normal ATC. It needed to be made of something thick, and it needed to have some kind of a summer theme, and I believe I also mentioned a summer type sentiment on it. And it had to have a certain number of embellishments, and I can't remember off the top of my head now. I want to say it was 4, and that could be anything from your paper to your stamps to your bits of bling or whatever you wanted to use. So when we look at this one, this is so fun, and it's just such warm, vibrant summer colors. Great job with the coloring. There's the little sentiment is a surfboard actually, and it says custom surfboards, and it's got some seashells that have been altered or painted, and they actually feel like actual seashells that have just been painted. I have lots of seashells at home, so I've handled a few of them. And then there's something on the bottom here, and I don't know what it is. It's like a sand. I know it's supposed to look like sand, but it's really on there really well. Maybe, I don't know what the medium was that she used, but it's kind of cool. And these little seashells are actually adhered to it quite well. And then on the back, I'm just going to go off camera for a second because I'm hiding her information. But on the back, then we have kind of this fun Hawaiian theme, like maybe something that would have been from maybe a postcard or something. Just a really fun, colorful scene from there. Now, all 3 of hers were very, very similar. Not exactly like, but similar enough. I just decided to pull one out because her packaging was so adorable. This came in this package, and at first I thought this was just a normal sticker, but when I went to peel it off to share it, it's really strong. It's a really thick, strong sticker, and it just kind of went in there just like that. And so I didn't want to tear up the packaging and getting more out. So that is the first one. So then we move to the second one, and this one was made by Jasenia. Now, she sent an extra one, so I'm going to assume that was for me. So this is the one I'm going to open up and keep, but I wanted you to see this adorable packaging as well. It's a Ziploc bag, and she took a die cut and folded it over the top to make a topper, just like that. Isn't that cool? And then tied it with some twine. And then we'll pull out the ATC so you don't get the bag, because you're not here to see bags anyway. But I did want you to see that. So then this is, the sentiment says sunshine, and it's got some kind of a glossy, I don't know if it's glossy accents or if it's, I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's like a glossy accent. And then on the bottom here, for the sand, I love this idea. She used, it feels like anyway, a piece of sandpaper. Again, some more of those real seashells. There's a little bird that she stamped in there that's all stickled over. Her palm trees and sun have stickles, and so there's a lot of sparkle and shine on this. And then there's also, on the very bottom, she put this little charm. And these are all the same, and they all have this charm. So much fun. And then the back, another rule of the swap is it had to be made of something heavy, but the back needed to be covered with something. And it could be plain. It didn't have to be decorated, but it needed to not just be plain chipboard. It needed to be some kind of paper or paint or something. So Jasenia, super job, and thank you for the extra one. It will go to my ATC collection. The next one is from Lasagna, and Lasagna made these. Again, the creativity of these are so fun. Hers came in these little plastic Ziploc bags. Let me just look on the back. And on the back, she has all of her information about the swap name and those kind of things. And then each one's a little bit different, decorated a little bit different. This one says Life's a Beach. One says Fun in the Sun. The other says Summer Fun. And then they're all decorated with different things. Like this one has a beach umbrella. It's got some glittery sand. I almost wonder if it's like distress glitter or something, because it almost reminds me of that, and it makes a great sand. The paper is just like a beach. I mean, it's just like a beach. This one is 3 bathing ladies sitting there in the sand, and this one is one with the one bathing lady with a umbrella and a palm tree. The interesting thing about this, an extra measure of dimension that she added that I found really interesting, is all of the colors, like the green in the top of the palm tree, the blue in her swimsuit, and the green in the umbrellas, as well as like the peach and the blue and the green, and then the little peach in the drink here, and the blue in the umbrella. They're all some kind of a, I don't know. I want to say it's almost like Fun Flock is what it looks like through the packaging. Let's see if I can take it out and see. It's really very interesting. It adds a really interesting touch and depth. It's really soft. So I don't know if it's Fun Flock or if it is something like a really thin piece of trim of some sort. I don't know what it is, but it's really cool. Excellent job, Lasagna. Those are a lot of fun. And then moving on over here, this one, let me just look at the back. These are from Anna, and her 3 were the same as well. There was a slight variation in them in that she has these little bingo cards, and they have different summer sayings on them. But other than that, they were pretty much the same. And this is really neat. She used, if you can see right, I don't know how well you can see, but it's corrugated paper. And it's been painted over the top, and then there's this mesh, like a burlap mesh. Then she's got the bottle cap, and then her summer sentiment on a little banner that she stamped and distressed up. It really does remind me of being on the beach and a piece of driftwood and the fun stuff that would go with that. I mean, the creativity for this swap is just so amazing to me. And it's so much fun. And like I said, all 3 of hers are the same. Even the little bottle top, I don't know if it's a stamp in there or what it is, but this particular one says Nantucket Oceanside End. And it really does feel like a piece of driftwood that was turned into a sign. It's just beautiful. The next one is from Angela. Now, Angela did her 3, and each one was different, but 2 of them were similar enough that I left the 3rd one in the packet, and I will explain the differences in a minute. So to start with, she took this gorgeous like royal blue paper, and she's put it sandwiched 2 pieces between chipboard, or on either side of chipboard, the chipboard between, and of course she finished it off so that you don't see that it's actual chipboard, it's painted to match the blue. And then this butterfly is so gorgeous. And what I wanted to point out to you, what she's done is she took half of the butterfly and it makes this one, and then the other ATC that is very similar to this is going the opposite direction, and it's the other half of the butterfly. So great idea, using one die cut to come up with 2 completely separate pieces, and it's so fun and so gorgeous. So then she took, I know because this is one of my favorite embossing folders, it looks like Divine Swirls. She ran that through, and then on the front, whenever the swirl came to a point, she added a topaz colored stone which reflects off of that butterfly. And then she used these little jeweler sized tags to do her sentiment. And this particular one says, "Let summer take flight." I can't remember what the other one said. But she popped it up in such a way that the butterfly is loose and hanging there. And she kind of tucked the sentiment behind. And the the paper underneath the butterfly die cut or whatever she's used is just sparkly glitter shadow. I just can't even describe it. It's just gorgeous. So that was the first one, and like I said, the third one was just like it, only it was like the mirror image of it. A little bit different, but for the most part it was just the mirror image of this. And so that was great. And then the third one that she made, instead of using one large butterfly, she used a whole trail of small butterflies. She put some little bling in the middle, and this is a different embossing folder, and I can't remember the name of it. Oh, and this is really neat. I hadn't noticed this before. On the front side is one side of the embossing folder, and the other side, I don't know which is the embossed and which is the debossed, but it's got both sides, so it's like a mirror image of it, or it's like a continuous sheet of paper, even though it's really not. She's got the chipboard in between. Smart idea. Another little oval tag this time. It says Dreaming of Summer with some twine, and then just the string of graduated colors of butterflies going up the side. Just very, very pretty. You did a great, great job on these, and they're just beautiful, Angela. So then the last one is from Patricia, and whoever gets Patricia did the same ones, and she also included this fun little bit of mesh bling in each one, and she was so sweet. She sent me a whole package of different blings. So fun. I don't have a lot of this stuff. I'm starting to get some, and I'm so excited. It'll be so fun to use, but that was really sweet of you to include, Patricia. But on hers, she used a bit of lace that's been dyed, and I have to say it looks very similar to my 3 Girl Jam lace, but it's been dyed. And then the whole fill of this is like a beach, a sand, a thing of sand. And I'm hoping I didn't realize I had her information showing there, so I'll make sure I don't show it. But the front has this really thick, almost like a chipboard sticker that says Sun and Sand. And then there's this string of pearl beads. And then each one of these little, you can tell that these particular seashells were designed to be embellishments because they're nice and flat on the bottom, and they stay really well, and they're really sparkly and glittery. I think the camera probably picks up some of it, but probably not all of it. And it's just a great fun card, really nice and thick. On the back, let me turn it over. She had this really fun paper that I like, this kind of checkerboard paper, and it's kind of distressed in it and speckled and just very, very summery fun paper. So this is Patricia's ATC. And so that brings us to all 6 of the swappers that participated in this swap. Thank you so much for stopping by today. It's not too late to sign up for new swaps over at Art and Sassy. There's some fun ones going on this month, and so go over and check them out. So thanks so much for stopping by today, and remember, take some time to enjoy the little things. Have a great day. Bye.